Yeah, when you look at the 22 made threes you guys had tonight, what did you feel was working in terms of being able to generate those kind of looks?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them were open. They were double teaming me in the post, double teaming our pick and rolls, selling out to kind of stop us in the paint. So this is an aggressive team on defense. So we just tried to stay patient, not turn the ball over too much. We had 17 turnovers. We still got up, 40 some threes, and we turned them over too. So it kind of offset. But we generated open looks all game. We didn't make. I felt like we could have probably made 10 more threes with the open looks that we got. I know the first half, at the end of the first half, I felt like we had 3 or 4 wide open shots. So I like what we generated. I like that we shot with no hesitation and we didn't knock them down.
When you look at the 10-0 run the Clippers went on down the stretch near the end, was it just kind of a matter of missing a couple of good looks there for you
Yeah, we
guys?
missed some looks. Then Norman Powell hit the bounce in three. Then James got fouled on the three, and then after that, we just not trying to let them shoot threes. So they got a few layups. But I like how we closed. Brad getting to the rim. Us coach calling play for me in the post, knowing that they were going to double, and we trust each other, and we was able to get something going to the rim, which was huge. And I think we played a foul game well too there. Norman Powell missed one, which helped us. So I just like that we won, man. It was a hard for a win against a team that's been playing well and something we needed.
Kevin, after James became second all time and made threes, he shouted out you and Russ for showing him how to be a pro at the beginning of his career. Being with him at the start of his career and then again in Brooklyn, just what can you say about the player he became and what he's still doing at this stage of his career?
Yeah, I heard that. I don't think James kind of had a routine and had a knack for just loving to get in the gym already when he got to us. So it was like this. It was like Voltron was formed when we all got together as far as like trying to get better, always being in the gym with one another, challenging each other to be better, uh, and then transferring over to the floor during games. So, the great ones could put that work in and still have that mindset and aggressiveness to do what you worked on in the game. So James was always like that. Such a great teammate that he want to give us credit, but I feel like he was born with that ability to just, keep getting better and just his love for the game and it's something that he's just built over time. So it's always fun playing against him and getting to hang out with him. I love him like a brother.
When you know it's going to be one of those swing nights, what's the balance between patience and pace with knowing what you want to get to?
Yeah, just more so err on the side of being patient and that'll dictate my pace. And Ty Lue is a smart. Ty Lue and Jeff Van Gundy, they're smart coaches. Sometimes they might just run and double on the catch. Sometimes they might wait till I face up and take a dribble. Then they might go from the top of the key or they might come from the baseline. So they're keeping me on my toes. But if I slow down and wait to see what the defense does, play a little slower, I can see things forming. So my teammates did a great job of making themselves available for me, screening for me, getting me open, and I tried to make the right play.
You've had a lot of battles against Kawhi in your career, and he's been injured quite a bit recently. What's it like to see him back?
Yeah, he looks great to me. I mean, we played more minutes tonight, right?
Yeah.
So
28.
he's moving in the right direction. Hate to see a great, all-time great, have significant injuries, miss significant time. He means so much to the game of basketball around the world and in LA in general. So it's good to see him back.
What can you say about Royce's defense upon James? 2 of his 4 steals were against James.
Yeah, he's aggressive. When he plays that way, picking you up at the, as soon as the ball across half court, using his hands well. Always been great with his hands. He's physical, and he just plays hard. Sometimes you might be out of position, but if you play hard, you'll get, you get steals, you get blocks. So Royce was great tonight. Last few games missed some open looks, but I think tonight we still stayed confident, took those shots with confidence, and was able to knock down a few for us, which was huge.
Kevin, how big is it to keep taking the threes even when you start? You're not as hot as a group as you were maybe earlier in the game. It's starting to get a little tight, and you still, guys still taking threes.
Yeah, I mean, they were open, so, we still got coaches encouraging us to shoot more and encouraging us to take them with confidence. So regardless if we miss 7, 8, 9 in a row, we don't want to force a bad one after that, but if they're wide open, you got to take them. And I feel like we even passed up a couple of them that were open, So, but we ended up hitting 22. I don't know what we shot from the field.
47, which is a little under.
I mean, that's perfect number for me. 22 out of 47. I wish that can go down every night. Usually you win big with those numbers. But they got to the free throw line. They hit a couple threes, So They're a great team. They know how to stay in the game. But we utilize that three-point line, especially when they start doubling and hard trapping and playing a scheme type of defense on us. It was key early in the game for us.
Book's closing in on that all-time scoring record for the Suns. Have you gotten a sense of how much, that connection to the city and this organization means to him?
Yeah, I mean, he means everything to the city, and the city means everything to him. It's just a perfect marriage. It's seeing somebody from 18, 19 years old up until young vet, young OG at 28 years old, So you think of Phoenix, you think of Book, you think of Book, you think of Phoenix. It's just a perfect match, and he's the perfect person to be the face of the franchise and lead them in all these statistical categories. He's been a staple here for such a long time, and I know it's going to be. I feel like he got 12 more years to play, and I put him at 22 years, 40 years old. But that's how much faith I got in his game and his growth, and I know he loves being here in Phoenix.
8 wins out of 10. Quell that anger from the Commanders losing yesterday.
I'm not angry at all, but he's just we're in a good groove, solid groove. We understanding each other a little bit more, so it's been fun.
Hey, Coach. Suns tied their season high with 22 made threes tonight. What did you just see from the overall team effort from beyond the arc?
Yeah, I think guys are being aggressive, looking for them, finding them, all the different environments where they can happen. So, we needed them all. So it's good to see.
No Ryan Dunn, but you had Grayson Allen coming off the bench with 18 points. How instrumental was he for you guys tonight?
Yeah, Grayson is great. He's one of those guys that, obviously from the three-point line, he's special, but I think he's special driving a closeout. Had the great drive in the first half and the footwork around the basket. So he does a lot of things. I don't know if he got any tonight, but he works the offensive glass. He's got just good timing. He was good for us tonight.
Coach, just had a couple of things real quick. First, what made you start Royce? And then second, what made you go with Mason down the stretch?
Royce, I think he gave us, a presence on Harden. We had a lot of different people we were going to throw at Harden. But I think starting with Royce and then coming with Brad, I thought Brad did a great job on Harden, did a great job on Kawhi. Just kind of trying to keep some of those same combinations we've been talking about. Brad had some big defensive plays in the first half, some big defensive plays in the second half. So he and Royce defensively, I thought gave us a great presence on, Harden and Leonard.
Then Mason, what made you still go with Mason?
Yeah, just, a little bit of gut. He was playing well. His activity, both defensively and offensively, felt like he was everywhere. Just more of a gut feel.
The other thing was on your challenges, you went a stretch where maybe you were going with them early, say first quarter. Seemed like as of late, maybe held it when maybe second half or fourth was maybe changed with the philosophy on the challenges, or is it just the same? You just called them at different times.
No, it's the same. I think the plays maybe haven't happened early or first quarter where we feel like the first one you want to be confident and win it. So the loose ball foul, I thought Mason's activity, Mason gets the deflection and basically going to get a steal, and we get the loose ball foul on the challenge, and so it's the bench, Justin Maxey does a great job with it, the staff does a great job with it, so we got to keep working to be good and better there too.
Coach, when you look at that 10-0 run that the Clippers went on there right near the end, was there anything that you felt that stood out in terms of cleaning things up, or was it just a matter of you generated a couple good looks that just didn't fall?
A little bit of both. There were a couple, I thought really good looks, good opportunities that didn't go in, and Harden hit, one or two tough shots in that stretch, and I think he got the foul in that stretch, and he's such a tough cover. Again, I thought Brad was great on him. So they made a couple plays to go on a 10-0. We had a couple opportunities that just didn't drop for us, and fortunately we're able to, hold on.
You guys have been stringing together wins 8 out of your last 10. Does it feel like you guys are kind of building momentum in terms of the type of team that you want to be?
Yeah, tonight was a good win. the Clippers and, their players and Coach Lou have done a great job. And, to find a way to win this game, we got to keep stacking them. We got to keep building on them, get better.
In terms of what you guys were doing to generate those threes, it felt like Book was really the catalyst and sort of chaining together those threes, just what you saw from him kind of attacking and kicking it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, first he created some for himself. He was aggressive coming off the pick and roll. If there was a window to shoot the pull-up threes in the pick and roll, he was getting them up. And then, as they started pulling in and being more aggressive on him, it felt like he made the right reads. And the passes, just there's a sharpness that you need, a crispness on those passes that, we're good. And we need to keep seeking those out.
Hey, Coach. CJ Chavez, Bernstein Sports. Your team only allowed 8 points on the bench tonight.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You only allowed the Clippers to score 8. The Clippers bench to score 8 points tonight. What did you like, or what was working for you guys out there against their second unit tonight?
I think they're the ball's in Harden and Leonard and Norman Powell's hands a lot. Zubac had a big night, so we didn't do anything, unique or special against, their second group. I think it's just one of those kind of little bit quirky things that happen. All right, thank you guys.
We all silly like the mayor.